it's just a huge mountain to climb from now until the games, which, you know, I knew what I was signing up for, knew it wouldn't be easy. And the bright side of things is that I've got a really cool group of people to do it with. New faces on the team, which is really exciting. You know, they always bring like great energy and excitement, and you know, you can kind of see through their green eyes, and it's really cool because it reminds you of maybe the things that you've forgotten of what it used to be like, because we've been doing it for so long. So it's really nice to see that, and makes me realize how lucky and grateful I should be, especially when, you know, I've got to do painful efforts on the echo bike or the rower or whatever.
Day 2, my name's Kiefer.
No,
I don't do this. Hi, I'm Shane, and I'm
asking the same question.
I'm a Kiefer's apprentice. He's teaching me the ways on how it works. No, this is what is this? Day 1 week in now for Tia. Lucy's had a bit of time building up for this. So Lucy's just completed school, so she's finally graduated from school, which is huge for her. Congrats to Lucy. Now she moves on to the next stage. Normally people have a bit of time to, you know, transition to their next project. Hers is 4 weeks away, so, which is great. Allows her now to go like sink her teeth into the next 5 weeks of games prep. And the expectations for her throughout the whole games is honestly to absorb and soak up as much as you can in this environment, learn, ask, still develop. And I'm not even saying develop for the next 5 weeks, I'm saying develop for your future, for your career, learn things that you can apply for the Open in the following season. I think they're critical lessons to pull from here to apply later. And then for me, it's just a great chance or great time frame to spend one-on-one time with her, right? We're still talking fundamentals here of like, hey, this is what I'm after in your pull position, this is what I'm after when we're looking at doing a strict pull-up where elbow position should be. So even though we're at the advance or the crux side of things of the season, I'm still thinking a long-term plan.
Well, I mean, it's a lot of things. I think obviously training with like Tia and stuff, you're never going to give any less than your best. So it's definitely just making sure I bring the intensity. But I also think it's just learning everything I can from everyone here. Like there's so much to learn, and they know so much and I don't really know that much. So it's just, yeah, learning as much as I can from them, yeah. I think with being a teen athlete, at least for me anyway, I'm not really sure how to describe it, but I was always, like I knew I was one of the best, and like as an individual I'm definitely not. So it's definitely a learning process, but overall my main goal has obviously been to compete as an individual. Like yes, the teens was fun and all that, but I never really looked at that in any way as like a goal almost. I was almost just like using that to get to here, which I think to finally get here is obviously unreal. I think I wouldn't really say it's much of an identity shift because I've been always looking to this, like this is where I've like wanted to get to, but it's probably just more intense because you know what you're training for. At least I feel like it's more important than the teen games ever was, and it just requires a lot more effort and focus. I feel like whenever I was in school, I always saw myself, once I get out of school, like this is when I really want to push and see how good I can get, because obviously you've seen like all the like athletes get burnt out, and I don't want that to be me at all. So I think I was very good in school to have a lot of balance, and I still do now, but balance will go when like with getting better with sport, because something has to give if you want to be the best in the world. Holy shit. I honestly thought after the first 800 I was fine, and then I wasn't. But the 400 buried me. It really did. But it was good. So warm. There wasn't much racing going on after the first buzzer went off, but I mean that's what I want to be like, so it's good to have, like, set the standard, I guess. But yeah, she's crazy.
We're here for team training for the games in about 3 weeks. So we're just getting touches at 3 weeks. Are you for real? 4 weeks. I keep thinking it's July. About a month. I feel like I've been training for the games for like a year now. The days are just so long. So we're here getting touches as a team. We'll have about 4 times together, so we have to really use our time wisely. I just want to gain confidence and see like where other people's weak points are, so as a team we kind of know like during this workout we need to support that person more, just like kind of get to know each other a little bit better.
Season's going well. Qualified to the games for team, so had that, and then finished up the online and syndicate. I don't know. I mean, it's hit, but I think once like we're out there against another team, like the first workout maybe, or like check in, then it'll really hit. But I mean, obviously grateful for the opportunity and excited about it. But I don't know. I guess it feels good to like still have something to train for after semis is over and all that. So I don't know what to expect, I guess, at a games level. So I'm excited to see how that is. Before this, I've just been training on my own, like back home in California in the garage and like at my home gym out there. So just being around like other like-minded individuals and high-level athletes been the game changer for me, for sure.
It's been a big few months. Really after like all the competitions, I got a nice week off, and then I'm just so excited for games training. So it's been hard, but in a good way. So Anthony, he is on the team and he lives here, so we get to work out together every day. And then Ava lives in Florida, so she travels in, and Robert lives in North Carolina and he has to travel in as well, which we're so grateful that they're willing to do that for us.
Who do you find yourself most competitive here while training for the games right now?
Honestly, Anthony. I feel like it's friendly competition, especially on a team together. I always want to be beating him, he wants to be beating me, so it helps us make each other better.
Honestly, like the games are coming up so fast, and you know, a moment ago it felt like they were 3 months away, and now it's 5 weeks. And then I'm sure, you know, we'll be 4 weeks from now, it'll be a week out. It's just, it hasn't set in yet. I think as we get closer, it gets a little bit more settled, if that makes sense. But training here has been great. It's been a great ramp up so far.
You don't live near the team though.
No, I live in Charlotte. Yeah, so I hopped off the plane 8 a.m. this morning, and I want to say it's almost 10, and here we go.
How do you want to get the most out of these training sessions with the team?
Just continuing to get more, you know, obviously synchronized, especially with the worm. Just those movements that already are difficult by yourself, thrusters, squats, clean and jerks. Then you add the component of having to be synced up with someone. I think that's obviously a huge priority, along with, you know, all the crazy skills we see at the games. We're about to do some of that work now. So.
I don't even know when I started travel, but 32 hours to get here. 3 trips, I think 10 hours of sitting in airport, so a long time, but I think the body's adjusted well to the time zone here. And obviously from Australia, I love to lift. Cardio's not my most favorite thing, but we're learning to love it. But yeah, just excited to be here, train next to the best. It'll be awesome.
Did you expect this coming into Torian to be at this point in time?
I think a week prior, I started to believe the fact that I could make it to the games. But prior to that, when anyone talked about the games, I kind of just laughed about it and expected to be back in the gym training for next year's Torian. So, no, happy to be here.
Man, I'm just excited for the energy overall. Having athletes that have been coming here year over year, like Jay and Maddie, having some of the newer athletes that are making the games for the first time, getting a chance to experience this too. I think it's an opportunity for us as coaches to level up how we can deliver to this many athletes at once, but also an opportunity for them to collectively work towards this goal, even though it is an individual sport. The things I think that they can accomplish by pushing each other in here can be so impactful for how they're going to feel when they get out on the floor. Like if every training day can feel a little bit like what it's going to feel like on the start line out there, I think they're going to be more prepared than any other athlete. I think for anybody that's a rookie coming to the games, it can feel like you're drinking out of a fire hose, right? There's so many new things to add. You feel like you have to do everything all at once. So I think that the nice thing that we can provide here is a little bit of clarity and focus and intention into each individual piece. Because I think if you look at the breadth of the week and the breadth of the training as a whole, it feels overwhelming. But being able to dial it in together, focus on what we're doing every hour when we're in here, I think it helps them to kind of pull back that stress and that expectation.